Okay, so I'm heading back to the honey hole. I was kind of getting far away. I found this one right here. Oh, I found these two right here. And, oh, these three right here. I found these three right here. Just on the way back. So I must be getting close to the honey hole. I thought I heard a car pull up next to where I parked. It might be the owners of these lands. It might be the guys that was mowing the yards. That might actually be the owners. Maybe they don't want me back here. But I need to be heading back. I'll come back out another time when they're not out here mowing. I haven't even looked like over to the left of my honey hole. I only looked over this way. Because that was more where the grassy area was. Man, see, I can't just leave this spot because there's three right here. This could be a really good spot. You can't just pick three and then take off. I need to keep looking around here. Gotta make this quick because there's a bee chasing me, but I found one of those things that was in the where I found my walnuts at that time. Remember my recent video where I had the extra walnut footage? I had a bunch of those balls. It's like an old one that fell off a tree and rotted or something. I don't know what it was. But like I was saying though, like when you find them, you want to keep looking, because I hate when you're watching these survival shows where they have to survive naked and afraid, or they got to be out alone in Alaska. A lot of times they'll catch one fish. They've been fishing all day and they'll finally catch one. And then they'll be like, okay, I got dinner, and then they'll just leave. Like, you just caught a fish. They're starting to bite. Now's the time to get while the getting's good. That's a saying. Make hay while the sun shines. That's another saying. You gotta take advantage of everything you can, because life's rough. Life's hard on you. It's like these guys that were trying to profit off of hand sanitizer and toilet paper. I mean, I don't really feel that strongly about. I'm not going to say I don't feel bad about it. I mean, I don't think it was that bad. I mean, they're marking them up to like $75 a bottle. That's pretty dumb. But like, if you see something's going to be in demand and you buy a bunch of it, that's just what stock people do all day long on Wall Street, supposedly. They're actually doing some manipulative stuff where they margin trade, and they just trade on the very slight different discrepancies between currencies, and like, they're not actually buying the product, they're just buying a stock that represents the amount of product. You don't have to do any shipping or anything. Somebody buys like 1,000 shares of pork bellies, they don't send them a bunch of fucking bacon in the mail. They just have the stock there. So these guys were actually going out and buying toilet paper and hand sanitizer and doing the work. That's just good business shit. Business practices. I don't know. I mean, sure, only rich people are going to be able to afford that stuff, which is bad, but I don't know. Those that were smart enough to buy it ahead of time, and like, how many of these guys are actually out there with like 1 or 2 rolls of toilet paper in your closet? Like, my mom poured toilet paper before any of this, before the virus. She just had a time in her life. I guess she got a shit ass. And you don't want to have a shit ass. So, stockpile toilet paper. You always have some. So, like when the virus broke out, I already had, because I always buy the biggest amount you can buy, like a 24 pack of double rolls, or a 48 pack, whatever the biggest amount you can get is. Because buying toilet paper is embarrassing. So you want to be embarrassed as least often as you can. So you only do it once, every half of a year or so. You buy as much as you can, be embarrassed that one time, and you're not buying toilet paper like every time you go to the supermarket. People should already have like a bunch of, I already had like 12 rolls or something when the thing broke out. Because that's what I had left. That would have done me like a good 9 months or so. I'm gonna check this area. Man, that looks like a really good spot. Cedar trees down. There's a really wild looking cedar tree back over there. They're like sprouted up like 5 trunks, all kind of crowned off. By the way, that's what Corona means. Corona means crown in Spanish or Latin or something. So when you get Corona beer, it makes sense because you get Crown Royal, which is the type of alcohol, I think. I don't know why they named it after crowns, but that's something people like to do. It makes sense. And the coronavirus, the type of virus, has it's circular and it's got spikes all the way around it, like a crown. That's the name coronavirus. And novel coronavirus, novel means new, novel. Something's novel, it's new. This is the new coronavirus, discovered in 2019. That's why it was called COVID 2019. Wait, what's that mean? COVID. Coronavirus definition, I think, is what COVID says. Coronavirus defined, discovered 2019. That's what COVID means. Coronavirus discovered 2019. COVID 2019. See, I didn't have to Google that. I just figured it out in my brain. I've been smart. There's the big cluster, so I'm back on the honey hole. Man, that is easy to spot. Look at that. That is crazy. Make a meal probably just out of the leftover stems in the ground right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. This is what we've been waiting for right here. This one's for my mom's. This is what it looks like when you find these big boys. Look at that. Them big old hand-sized boys. Look at them. They're not as big, but look. That's half a hand per shroom. Underneath the cedar log. We did it. I think this is going to be a dandy video. If you like mushroom hunting, that's what it's all about right here. Alright, now that we're heading north of the honey hole, which is where I found the original cluster on the perimeter when I first got into the woods, I found this one. So that's a pretty big boy. Looking around this fallen cedar, expect to find plenty around in that. So it looks like the main cluster is on the southern tip. I'm going to call it north and south. It's not really north and south. It's just the way I orient myself when I leave my car. North is always towards the car. So it looks like the main cluster is on the far southern tip. It doesn't really go any farther back that way. Over there. And I guess it gets too grassy. Too many plants on the southern tip, so it doesn't go that far. It kind of goes back into that way. That's where I found the other ones, unless that's a different group. But the bigger ones, the ones that are as big as your hand, you don't find as many of them, but you find way bigger ones. Because it's using the same amount of energy. I could probably found 20 or 30 up in here, right? If they were like smaller. I don't know what those mushrooms are called. Put a pitcher that you can put water in or something. So I'm kind of wondering how this video is going to turn out, because last time I made a video with this phone, it was really laggy and stuttery. Hopefully it'll turn out alright. I think the audio came out fine. Main part. Take pictures of mushrooms. Oh, there's another little one. I feel my sack is bulging. The mushroom sack, that is. Don't have any elephantitis that I know of. But, let me just get this bag out and have a peek inside again. Oh, great big one fell out. Ugh. Oh man. Oh man, I got a hole in my sack. You don't want to have a hole in your sack when you're carrying around mushrooms like this. I hope I just got it. I hope it wasn't like dropping mushrooms the whole way, because, I mean, this feels like a pretty big sack. I think I would have heard it if I dropped one, because I just heard that one. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the car. I think it's probably my mom texting me.